Dear brothers of planet Earth, I am Metatron. We haven't talked much about what's happening in this world. But at the same time, I ask, for those who believe, for those who are immersed in this whole context, is this information important, or is it just an appeal of the ego? What's important to know, as has already been said, is that beings are emanating a lot of love to this planet. The beings of inner Earth, through the two open ducts on the planet, the two portals, are constantly emanating love. And we can say that this emanation is extremely powerful, because it comes from beings from another dimension. Inner Earth is not the third dimension, it's the fifth. So, their emanation is quite powerful. Believe me, all of this is happening better than we expected. You are all doing your part, within your means, and that's fantastic. If everyone on this planet, and I would say everyone, without exception, looked within themselves and realized where they needed to change to follow an enlightened path and began that journey, you would instantly ascend. And why? Because it won't be long before the light quotient of this planet reaches the expected value. Many still cling to what's happening out there. And they continue to think there's no hope, that the world has truly become a powder keg, ready to explode at any moment. I simply say to each of you who still think this way, the wars still happening on this planet are merely points of concern, from which more love needs to be emanated. But what is being touted will not happen, because it will not be allowed. What they want is for fear to overwhelm the planet. So, they need to create an atmosphere of dread, so that the emanated fear counteracts all the love that is being developed on the planet. Don't enter this energy. Look at the following image. A flat surface, covered in mud, lots of it. Mud, substances you wouldn't even imagine existed, all mixed together. A large, fetid swamp, a thick goo. Now imagine that this surface, which was flat, has a hole made somewhere in it. But this hole was made by pressure. And it's being held in place by pressure. So a small deformation occurred in the surface. Where the hole is, the surface tilted downward. So, all that mud, that slime, is coming down through the hole. Oh, but it's a shame, the hole is small. They didn't make a huge hole. Because if a huge hole were made, we would run the risk of people slipping in it. So, everyone who is in this slime, in this mud, must be careful to have time to slowly get out. If they are paying attention, if they notice that the slime is running, if they don't do something, they will be swallowed by that hole. So, many have become aware of this process. Many are, almost at the edge, where this great slime ends. And for some strange reason, they are beginning to see things differently. They are allowing themselves to see the world through different eyes. But many are so caught up in this slime that they don't realize they are being sucked into the hole. And they are slipping along with it. This is so you understand that there is always a way out of this world that is seemingly shown to you. There is a way out. Just fill your heart with light, with love. And begin a journey of evolution, of change. This is what we've been saying, there are degrees and degrees of evolution. And each person will define what will happen during ascension. Each person will define the destiny of each soul. Yes, I can't talk about bodies, because it's the soul that absorbs all the light. It's the soul that's being worked on, the soul that's being taught to free itself from all this so that the body can get there. But many of you are aware that, even though you are on this journey of evolution, you won't arrive. Because you woke up a little too late. But you are on the journey. And you will go to much calmer worlds. Nothing is lost. The journey will continue, elsewhere. But there will be no more of the slime that was here. Now, for those who let themselves be carried away by the slime, then yes, they will go with it, to other planets with the same energy, they will continue living the life they like here. It's all a matter of choice. No one is being forced into anything. Plenty of time is being given for everyone to wake up and realize the path they can follow. Oh, and one important piece of information, the hole is very small, very small. So the slime is being sucked in, little by little. There's no risk of it pulling in anyone who doesn't want to go. That risk doesn't exist. Because the surface is very large. So, there will be time for all those who want to get out. The others will be so immersed in that wonderful energy that they won't realize they're being pulled in. And then it will reach a point of no return. My brothers, you see nothing, you know nothing, you are unaware of nothing. But that is not the purpose. The purpose is precisely what you are doing, evolving. Of course, I imagine that everyone's greatest desire is ascension. But recognize, many of you still have much to learn, much to walk. But don't make this an obstacle, on the contrary, make it a great incentive to become better beings every day. I wouldn't say you'll go to paradise, but it will be nothing compared to what you have here, it will be much better. So, don't get caught up in this muck, this mud. Oh, I'll stay in it because I already know what it's like. Be careful. Be careful, because it's a very low energy. And if you let yourself get carried away by it, it will be much worse than here. Oh, but I wasn't that involved. But you chose to follow it. And this will have a price. Understand that. At this moment, I ask each of you to close your eyes. From the center of my chest emerges a large golden sundae. And this sun, at this moment, connects to each of your hearts, transforming them into a small golden sundae. It will remain there, shining for a long time. It will depend on your energy. On what you think, what you say, how you act. If you act within love and light, it will remain there, day after day, illuminating your heart. Otherwise, it will dissipate. But I guarantee that at least for today it will shine brightly in each person's heart. For today's light code, I leave the following phrases: I have free will. I can make choices. At this moment, I choose the light. And it will be she who will make my great evolution. After these sentences say the following word: Dondentardinum. 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 And don't connect, my brothers, with the energy that's out there. Be little suns. Emanate light. Emanate love. And the energy that's out there will remain there, acting on those who allow themselves to be enveloped by it. But if you emanate love and light, there's nothing to worry about.